tweet to Todd that you call him an annoying. Hey Todd, you're an annoying little brother. I love him. Just like you love your little brother that's annoying sometimes, but you know you gotta
Yes, you do.
back. You know what I mean? I love him. He's a great kid. He's very talented. He's
Yes,
like
I know.
on the rise, and I you know what? If you have any doubt that I love the guy, would I ever have cast him to play Mr. Spock in my dream production if I didn't love the guy? Clearly, I love him. So that's my answer about Todd. Come here, you.
Come here, you.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you, sweetie. You gonna come to the table later? I want her leading the charge. Yes, question. I see that sign. Thank you. You're already down there. Get ready for the hug.
How has the shows that you've played in affected your life today? I mean, I haven't.
Come here. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Natasha. That's a great Russian name, Natasha. You know Natasha from Busan Squirrel? You don't. She needs to watch it, doesn't she? She's Natasha. She doesn't know about Natasha. Anyway, it's good. It's a good thing. How have the shows that I've done affected my life? Can I get serious for a second, you guys? They paid you. This is for you. You know what, you guys? I take no credit. I don't take any credit for my career. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't plan any of it. A lot of people, they decide they want to be an actor, they decide they want to be a singer or something, and they go to a city and they beat the pavement, they knock on doors, and they send out demos, and they do all this stuff. I never did anything. I was working in Houston, Texas, as a musician and a composer, and I had done a lot of acting since I was very young. But I never really thought about voice acting. I loved shows when I was younger. I loved Speed Racer and Scooby-Doo, and my friends and I used to imitate the characters. But it never even occurred to me that I would ever try doing that professionally. And one day a guy said to me that I was working with in Houston, said to me, "Hey, you've got a lot of acting experience, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, since I was young." And he said, "You want to go and audition for this place in town. It's called ADV Films. And they buy these Japanese cartoons and they dub them into English. They're looking for actors." I was like, "Really?" You know what I didn't ask? How much does it pay? Didn't care. Sounded fun. Like mowing the lawn. And I'm like, okay, I'll audition, right? What the heck? So I went audition, and at the time, ATV would fit on this platform. It was a little tiny studio of guys like me who had a passion for something they were doing. They were doing their own lawn mowing thing. They just having fun. And I auditioned, and I got cast as Vega in Street Fighter 2. Long ago. And I thought, I did it, and I thought, wow, that was a fun little weird one-time thing. And I went back to writing music and doing video work. And they called a few weeks later, and they're like, "Hey, we've got this other show. Do you want to be in this?" I'm like, "Okay. Sure." It was fun. First time, right? And then another show. And another show. And another show. Another show. Anime's growing. And then I get invited to an anime convention. And I'm like, I didn't even know they had those. I told you I went to Star Trek conventions, but I didn't know anything about anime conventions. So I went to a convention. And when I was at the convention, I met people from Funimation. So here's Houston. Here's Dallas. Funimation's in Dallas. So Funimation was like, "You want to come and be a part of Dragon Ball Z?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So I started doing that. Then I did Yu Hakusho, meet some people from Los Angeles, and they say, hey, you want to come out and do some voice acting? And I was like, okay. Started going to LA and recording Bleach, Naruto, Vampire Night. And then I meet people from New York. And they go, hey, you want to come be in Pokemon? I'm like, okay. Do you see the pattern? I didn't do it. I just walked through the door, you know? And that is why I have an alarm that goes off every day at noon. Far from it, my dear. I didn't plan this career. Now, for those of you that are interested in voice acting, I will tell you, I have been developing skills since I was very young that served me very well in voice acting. And that's important. I've been acting and singing and stage work and on camera and all kinds of that kind of thing since I was very young. So when the opportunity arose to do voice acting, I had been working on those skills for a long, long time. I never knew what I was going to do with them, but I had built them up. So anybody interested in voice acting, and several of you came to my table and asked me, and I told you to come here. I'm glad I remembered this because we're right out of time, so this is a good thing to tell you. If you're interested in voice acting, the key word in voice acting is acting. It's not voice. A lot of people can make funny voices. A lot of people can imitate characters they see on television. That's not what voice acting is about. Voice acting is about playing a character and moving people, making them laugh, making them cry, making them scared, whatever. It's acting at its core. All of the voice actors I know have a huge amount of experience and background in acting first. And the second thing is you have to be where the work is done. You have to be in cities where certain work is done. I just told somebody downstairs, if I were to be a country western singer, I'd go to Nashville, right? Maybe Austin, but mostly Nashville, country music capital of the world. But you go the places where opportunities for certain things are most prevalent. And voice acting, that would be Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, New York, and Vancouver a little bit in Canada. So those are the only two things I would say to anybody interested. Develop your skills as an actor. Get involved in school plays, church productions, bless you. Community theater, acting courses, voice and diction, anything that can help you develop your skills. So if and when that door ever opens for you, you're ready. Don't wait until it's too late. I've often told people, who you know may get you into the room, right? May get you through the door, right? Like people say, oh, you gotta know somebody to get into business. Well, who you know may get you through the door. But what you know